Some devils. J-dawg guy submitted a couple goddamn order questions here that I want to knock out here real quick. I didn't pull up the next questions on my phone because I have a feeling these two questions might take the entire fucking video, especially the first one. And the first one I'm going to do, he sent it through email, but he places orders all the fucking time too. Comments on the channel all the time too, but this one I'll do first just in case it takes the whole goddamn video. Now, full disclosure, if you guys don't like, it's kind of bodybuilding talk, but it's drama. Someone just died, so you might be interested. I know how everybody likes negativity in this goddamn world. He's asking me, so it's just my fucking thoughts. So, but if it's not metal related, this topic, the next one is the next question. If we get to that, so if you hate that, and you just pussy gets all up in a knot, your pink panties are rammed up your goddamn fucking messy ass fucking leaking ass vag, and then change the channel now, god damn it, because this is bodybuilding related. But again, someone just kicked the bucket, so I know how you guys eat that shit up for fucking breakfast. So here the fuck we go from Harry Quinn, god damn it. Hey J-dawg, I'm interested to hear your thoughts on this. You may know that the bodybuilder and influencer Joesthetics, yes, I'm fully aware of who he is, has just recently died of an aneurysm. Yep. Heard the day it happened. And some people are blaming the vaccine. That they always fucking do. Now, I know you find the anti-vax stuff to be hippie bollocks. Yes and no. We'll get to that in a second. I don't necessarily think that. I just think it's over fucking hyped. And it's by a bunch of fucking idiots that talk like they're scientists and honestly don't even understand the mechanism whatsoever. Granted, I'm no scientist either, but I do love to study pharmacology and I have a reasonable fucking understanding of it the most. But if you look at the below at 14:45 minutes in, it was a video I didn't watch because I know all the talk. I've heard, RX talked about it, Tony Hughes talked about it, Muscular Development talked about it. I mean, I got the fucking gist. I mean, I know how he died, or at least how they're reporting, and I'm very familiar with who Joesthetics is. Yes, just 3 weeks before he died, he talks about how after receiving his 4 shots, doctors found weird particles in his blood, which he then received blood cleaning treatment for. Any thoughts, dogs? I know you've always got a rational, unbiased opinion on this topic. Regards. Yeah, so we can talk about that. Just full disclosure, Joesthetics, I wasn't like a fan, but I definitely found him entertaining. Seemed like a cool guy, somebody I would jive with. I'm sure he probably is. As far as music, though, we'd have nothing to talk about. I could see him being like, "What's Harry the Pantera?" He'd probably fall in that goddamn category, but nonetheless, he was entertaining. Seemed like a fucking cool dude. Seemed like somebody I would like to hang out with. As far as the whole vaccine thing, what's my goddamn take on it? Do I think that it has killed people? Yeah, but not to the degree that people think, and nor do I think it's an agenda to fucking just depopulate the fucking human race. What I honestly think is it was a new drug, and let's just say everyone was forced to take it. Granted, there was people that didn't, obviously, but in a sense, they were kind of pushing it to have everybody take it, right? Well, there's allergic reactions to fucking everything. If you have every single person on this earth eat peanuts, literally peanuts, there is people that will die from it. My grandpa is definitely allergic to fucking shrimp, so I'm told. Um, Supposedly each shrimp, his fucking throat will seal up. He has to go to the hospital. If he doesn't, he will suffocate. Does that mean shrimp is killing people? No, I eat shrimp all the time, usually a couple times a week. It's one of my protein sources. You see what I'm saying? There's allergic reactions to everything, drugs, foods, everything. For example, like that's why when you see all those commercials for a lot of drug advertisements, medications, they give you the laundry list of side effects. That most of those, nobody's even going to get those. You're not going to. Most people are not going to experience any side effects from the most FDA approved drugs. The reason they put them on there is to cover their goddamn fucking ass. That's it, because there's going to be a few people that will get them, but 90% of people that won't get them. Just like, for example, statins that fucking literally extend life more than any medication or goddamn supplement on this fucking earth, but yet all these pussies are afraid of them. The 2 negatives you have to watch out for is muscle cramping, because people get it, which is only 5% of the people that take them, by the way, and it can start to raise blood sugars. So keep an eye on your fucking fasting blood glucose markers and your A1C, which you should be doing any the fuck way. And that's easy to goddamn fix if it is going up. And that doesn't happen amongst everybody either. Those are literally the only 2 goddamn fucking side effects. And even most of the people don't even get that. But you got all these people, you got a lot of people that are anti-fucking stance, like, but they literally are documented time after time after time that they extend life more than anything, more than your crappy ass fucking over the counter. I'm taking my citrus bergamot. Did you know that even if it does lower your LDL cholesterol, which it didn't lower mine by 1 point whatsoever at a high dose at a year straight of use, testing my blood markers before and after with no other variable changes. But some people report that it does that it does lower their LDL cholesterols. All the research shows, even though that when it does, the outcome of life expectancy is still the same. With statins, it goes up. But meanwhile, you get these hippies that prefer to take that. So that's a whole nother goddamn type of conversation. But the point being is, yeah, okay, maybe fucking die from vaccine. I'm not pro-vaccine at all. I'm not, not whatsoever. I don't think you need the fucking stupid thing. I think go out there and fucking take your goddamn chances is what I fucking think. But I'm not one of these guys. The first thing when someone dies, it must be that. I know a fucking idiot too that I got to see all the time. It says all the time, must be the vax, must be the vax. Whatever, man. And then looking at your bill of health, you got a hell of a lot more worried about the facts. You got heart disease and diabetes in your fucking near future any fucking day. So I don't know what the fuck you're worried about that for. But anyways, yeah, I think some people fucking have died from it. But I think people die from all, like, again, it was forced, and that's the way the fuck it is. Now with Joe, it's kind of fucking funny. Is that what he died from? I don't know. Look at the guy's fucking lifestyle. I could tell you a little bit about it because I know this goddamn world. That guy was literally fucking right around 6-7% body fat year round, which is extremely fucking lean. And to be that lean year round, I could tell you right fucking now is unhealthy as fuck just by doing that alone. Furthermore, the cosmetic look he has, that's not just TRT like he claims. That is a physically impossible look on 150 milligrams of testosterone a week, which is general fucking TRT, to look like that because he still had the fucking fullness and a decent amount of size. He wasn't a big guy, but he had a decent amount of size being that shredded. Everybody that knows and everybody that's been shredded and everybody that's in the bodybuilder that's actually done it, not fucking just they watch YouTube, but if you've actually done it, it's been in the trenches, you've gotten shredded, knows this fucking information. Everybody knows this. So what is he doing? To get to stay like that, I can guarantee you, and you hear through the grapevine, people that are in this goddamn loop, he's on high doses of T3, which is thyroid hormone, the active thyroid hormone. He's on that year round, probably on clenbuterol year round, definitely on trenbolone year fucking round. Those three alone, definitely harsh as fuck. He'd post up eating videos of him eating a ton of fucking junk food and shit like that while staying lean, like his cheat days or whatever. I can 100% guarantee you he was running DNP, which is super fucking harsh. He's running DNP with minimally, at least on those days, day of, day before, day after, maybe right around that time frame, to make sure that he stores no goddamn body fat whatsoever. So he's doing this year round. He's not even taking an off season where he's getting a little more fluffy, trying to put on size, taking less harsh compounds, like for example what most pros do. And the reason he's doing this is the state has to hold that image. He's not doesn't need to be big. He was an influencer, social media influencer, and all these Gymshark fucking canoes and shit like that. That's the look they kind of cater for. Not that, don't get me wrong, he looked good. I'm not saying that. Personally, I'm more inspired by the Nick Walkers and Hadi Chupons and Sam Sadaudas, Hunter Labradas. You know what I mean? Those big mass fucking monsters. You know what I mean? The freaks. I understand not everybody likes that look. I get it, but that's that to me. That's the man look. God damn it. Um. So, but yeah. So Joe's doing all that, and then so what? What else? Too? And then the thing that everybody knows too: get down to single digit body fat. Not like see my abs, I'm 10%. And I look at you now, you're about 13%, bro. You're nowhere close to fucking 10%. I'll show you what fucking 10% is. You're like, no, that's like 5%. No, no, you just don't know how to measure this shit, bro. And those body caliper measurement sticks, those are inaccurate as fuck, just so you know. So him being a true 6-7% fucking year around, I can tell you right now where you're at too, because I've been there. Actually, by the way, yeah, I've been around definitely 8%, 7.5%. I've probably never as low as 6. So let's just say 7.5% is the lowest I've ever gotten down to. I can tell you, you feel like absolute lethargic fucking death. Everybody that's been around there knows that. That's, for example, the bodybuilders that are as big as they can be. Think about it. The ones that can't put on any more size, like someone like a big Ramy, doesn't need to get any bigger. Well, why doesn't he just stay after he diets for a contest? Why doesn't he just maintain that for the rest of the year until the next contest? Anybody ever thought about that? Nobody ever in the bodybuilder world will tell you this or talk about this. You know what the reason is? It's two fucking reasons. Well, three. One, it takes a shitload of drugs to fucking like harsh drugs. We're not talking testosterone and shit like that because that's not harsh. But harsh drugs to fucking maintain that look. Also, too, it's obviously the maintenance of it is just a fucking pain in the ass. You're on a diet year round. But the third reason, dude, you feel like absolute lethargic death. You literally have to psych yourself up and practically take a pre-workout. I'm not even exaggerating, just to get off the couch to do shit. So it's a temporary look that you're looking to fucking just do that. He's at that year round. So that right out the gate, like I said in the very beginning, is unhealthy. Now, this motherfucker, again, I liked him. Well, kind of liked him. Thought he was entertaining. He's doing this year round and still training, going to the gym, and watch his videos. He's bouncing off the walls, full of energy. What do you think that is? Cocaine, meth, minimally Adderall, uppers without a fucking doubt. He was definitely heavily involved in the party scene, even admittedly so. Now he downplays everything, which I understand. He had over 1 million followers. I kind of would too, because he's trying to make a living at this, and it's a taboo subject. But just the people he hung around and being over there in Thailand, and I know the bodybuilding scene, things like cocaine and meth are extremely fucking popular, very popular. I can virtually guarantee you, dude, that guy's fucking waking up and doing lines of coke before fucking doing his morning cardio. I can virtually guarantee it. I would literally bet my entire family's life on it. Either that or meth, one of the others. Why? Because those are two very high go-tos, and you just need them literally to function when you're that low body fat. So, what do we have here? He's on extremely low body fat year round, unhealthy as fuck. Harsh chemicals to hold that cosmetic look with the leanness, meaning the fucking just the graininess, the more dry, hard look. The harsher chemicals that I mentioned in the beginning, with these guys running those year round, not for 8 to 10 weeks or so, or 12 weeks or so, as guys will add for a show and then drop them year round. I'm sure for years on end. Recreational drugs on top of that, eating like fucking shit, and just canceling out with things like fucking DNP. Yes, you got another drug, and then God only fucking knows what else he's not even telling you, and just behind the scenes shit you don't know about. So you tell me, do you think vaccine killed him, or do you think his lifestyle killed him? I don't know. Seems pretty fucking obvious to me. I mean, flip a coin. And the thing is people are acting like when they're bringing up this vaccine shit, like this is anything goddamn new. Oh, well, J-dawg, it's not common at all that, a 30-year-old guy died. What are you talking about? Yeah, it is. Extremely common. You just get motherfuckers out of the loop. That's all. Or you forget. You got a memory fucking span short as fuck. What was it? 10, 11, 12 years ago? Remember that kid Ziz? Was he from Austria, or something like that? Same exact lifestyle. Same exact style of physique as Joe. How old was he when he died? I believe he was 22. Dropped dead. No vaccine even existed back then. Boston Lloyd last year at 29. At least he was honest about everything he did. I liked Boston. Boston was my favorite out of all of them. Crazy as fuck. That's some of the shit they admit to, but that guy, fuck, he's more honest than I am. Some of the shit he would fucking talk about, his dick size, like I would never talk about. But at least he was the most honest with his fucking goddamn drug use. It was extreme. Like, holy fuck, dude, this is insane. The amounts that he was experimenting with shit like that. I'm telling you right now, I know for a 100% fact that there's other bodybuilders and shit like that, even pros that have done the same. If not, well, I don't think you can do worse. I don't think it's pretty much impossible to be worse. But have done the same. They're just never going to tell you, never admit it. And Boston was very, very, very anti-vaccine. Refused to get it. Wouldn't even be strapped out. Nothing. I mean, go watch all his fucking past videos before he died and shit. Died last year at 29. Dallas McCarver, what was that, 6 years ago or so? Dropped dead, 26 years old. There was no COVID, no vaccine. Do I need to continue on with the list? Because the list goes on. Everybody's just throwing out this vaccine thing. It's bodybuilding is not for the faint of heart. It's just not. You're playing Russian roulette is what you're doing at that level when you're going to go take it to that extreme. And you're going to see more of these fucking guys dying because it's, the biggest reason is, and not even so much the competitors. And this has been predicted. I mean, I knew this, but all the guys at Loop have been predicting this too. Like with Cali Muscle and shit, which he got lucky, but he's got less than 10 years to live, no doubt about it. I bet money on it. Which I like Cali too. I've met him a couple times, super fucking cool guy, but it's just obvious, man. You literally already had a heart attack and you're still living the same lifestyle. Because the social media guys, they're at the highest risk because they have to keep that image year round, as opposed to a bodybuilder. They have seasons, off seasons. It's kind of like a maintenance season where they can just chill the fuck out, and then contest season. So they're giving their body a break at times. These social media guys, they don't even compete, but they're in the public eye day after, and they do that. Those guys that make a living, they know what's up, J-dawg style. They do a video every single day, but it's because it's their body making the money. They're the ones over the next 10 years or so, you're going to be, and all those guys are super fucking young. They're the ones that are going to be dropping dead the most. So I'm not the slightest bit fucking surprised. It's obvious as fuck. It sucks and it's sad. I'm not gloating on it or hating on these guys because I was a fan of most of them. But it is what it is. It's literally like I compare it to this. It's the equivalent of this. You're 18 years old. Take up smoking today and smoke a pack to a pack and a half of cigarettes every single day. Minimal pack and a half, pack to a pack and a half. Have a million fucking people do that. Start at age 18. Some are gonna die at 30. Some are gonna die at 35. Some are gonna just have major health problems but not fucking die. Get the tube fucking inserted in their throats. Some are gonna have lung cancer, but and then others won't get lung cancer, but they'll have heart disease. Some motherfuckers, they'll goddamn live to 90 years old and they die because they get hit by a car. You're playing Russian roulette. That's all it is. I mean, it's it is what it is. You know what I mean? That's the way I goddamn look at it. So of course you're gonna have people, the guys that are pushing it and playing this Russian roulette game. Of course there's gonna be fucking casualties. You know what I'm saying? However, I will say this, and when you think about the safety of it, okay, 1, 2, 3, 5 guys a year are dying. How many millions are abusing this shit around gyms all around the world? Because I can tell you right now, it's in the millions. Let's say it's 2 million people, and that's way more than that. We're around, and let's just use simple numbers. And 10 people a year are dying, and it's more than that too. It's just some of them are nobodies that you're just not hearing about. 10 people out of 2 million. Honestly, that's pretty goddamn safe, to be honest with you. That's actually not bad. You're like, oh, tons of people are dying. Not really. Not fucking really. But again, that's where the world of our friend, J-dawg. Like I said, this has been going on pre-vax. There's a laundry list if you look it up of names. This is nothing new. The only reason you guys are hearing about it more is because number one, you got this fucking sissy ass fucking narrative that people love, the conspiracy theories, which don't get me wrong, actually I find some of them kind of interesting and fun myself from time to time on some stuff, especially when it comes to aliens. There's that. And with social media out, you hear about things the day of like that. So now you have access to hearing about shit as opposed to 15 years ago. Not so much. And pre-internet, you definitely didn't. You just did. Things were happening. You just didn't hear about. For example, when Andreas Munzer died in what was it, late 90s, early 2000s. He was 30 or 31 years old. He was a pro bodybuilder. Died. You probably didn't find out about that till 6 months later. And all you 22-year-olds and shit that are bringing, oh my god, Joe died. Was it the vax? You don't even know who the fuck Andreas Munzer is. Don't even know that. Huh? You just don't fucking know. So of course you blame it on this sissy ass fucking mainstream narrative. And again, I do think that it has killed some people. I just don't think it was intentional. And I don't think that it's killed as many people as people fucking think. But I definitely do think, because it is obvious that across the board, you hear across soccer and shit like that, some people dropping dead. But again, you give it to everybody. If you forced every human being to fucking eat peanuts on this earth, there's going to be somebody with allergic reactions and have problems. Or if you took every medication that are prescribed to some people that helped them drastically, you prescribe it to every single person across the globe. There is literally some people it will fucking kill because their body just can't handle it. They can't process it. We're all genetically modified a little bit goddamn different. Make sense? So that's my goddamn take on it. Let's get the goddamn metal question here too, because I think it's a little bit quicker. From Jordan Sally, goddamn it. Hey J-dawg. You know what? Let's save this one. where the fuck is the next one? It was let's see here. You know what? Let's just do this next guy. I thought I copied and pasted it here, but it was give me a little because this is about bodybuilding too. So I guess you guys can fucking sign out. Hey, Jordan Sella, hey J-dawg, do you like the band Guttalax? Never heard of them. What do you think of bodybuilder Tom Platz? I've watched his seminars online and they're very very inspiring. Do people ever come up to you at shows or anywhere else when you're out in public and ask for advice about working out? Yeah, they do, and it's pretty goddamn annoying too because it's like it's 9 times out of 10 it's somebody that doesn't even fucking work out and they're not going to take the advice anyways. And but yeah, I get that shit all the time, especially if I'm in a tank top or something. It's 100% guaranteed. What do I think about Tom Platz? Fantastic bodybuilder. You can argue greatest legs of all time. Granted, by today's standards, just like that, with guys like Hadi Chupon and shit, it could be debated. I mean, it would take Big Ramy. It's like, yeah, his legs are bigger, so it's debatable. But yeah, you can argue greatest legs of all fucking time. What do I think about Tom though in general? I think his he's trying to inspire people with his the way he talks and shit like that, and I think he does a pretty good job. But it's a little fucking cringe at times. It's like, give me a break, dude. You're not going to war. I know that's it's a little bit kind of little silly. His workouts and going beyond failure and all that's it's admirable, but it's like, dude, I mean, all it's not necessary. It's like you're literally doing probably more damage than goddamn good. There's a point of no return. Don't get me wrong, I'm all for training intense and pushing it, but there's a certain point where it's just like that's just dumb now. It's actually counterproductive. That's the vibe I get. Granted, I've never seen him train in person, but the way I've heard stories and the way he talks, that's the vibe I get. It's kind of a lot of it's like, yeah, well, there's probably a lot of it worked for your legs because you had great genetics for your legs. If that system worked so much, why was your upper body didn't catch up? I mean, in comparison, his upper body was very mediocre to his legs. So did that whole intensity push it to the absolute fucking death, failure and beyond, and went beyond failure to beyond that? It's like you're overtrained as a motherfucker, man. It's probably if you cut that back and just went to straight failure, positive failure, you probably would have grown better. So there's that. And then he comes out and he talks about steroid doses, and then they're absolutely just shut the fuck up, man. You're without a doubt lying. It's not even like it's not even semi believable in the sense of not, oh, I think he got results on low dosages. Just like these dosages, you would actually might make less gains because he's mentioning dosages that will shut his natural testosterone down because he's taking like a synthetic version of nandrolone deconate, which puts your testosterone literally at zero. But it's a dose. He said like 100 milligrams a week. It's literally a dose that would be less anabolic than what his body naturally produces of testosterone. And then what did he say? 15 milligrams of Winstrol a day or something. I don't even know Winstrol tabs ever even come in 5 milligrams. They come in like 20s or 25s at the low end. So that's horse shit right out the fucking gate. And then you're telling me you're at the Olympia level. You're willing to do everything. He's willing to die in the gym. His words, but he's gonna run less than a bikini girl, literally less than a bikini girl competitor. Get the fuck out of here, man. I mean, if you're gonna fucking talk that shit, just put some tape on your mouth and don't talk about the subject at all. Just bypass it. Say I don't want to talk about something because you're completely lying. It's funny too. A few people brought up too. There's some VHS tapes. I have not seen them, but I know people that have them. It's like, dude, you know what's fucking hilarious about him coming out and saying that shit he did like last year or whatever. It's like, dude, he literally has VHS tapes where he talks about it the same years, and it's like, the answer's different. He's like, it was his answer back then was bullshit too. It was low. It was a little bit more believable, but it was higher than what he was saying back then. And again, it's like, dude, the guy's damn near 70 years old. Does he even remember? This was 50 years ago. So I'll at least cut him some slack and say maybe he was taking tabs. He thought they were fives and they were really 50s. No, okay, that sounds a little bit more right. I thought he was taking 100 milligrams of fucking Nandrolone, but it was 1,000. He said that. Yeah, we didn't use much testosterone back then because actually they didn't. A lot of guys didn't use test. He's like, I was doing 1,000 milligrams of Nandrolone deconate and 150 milligrams of Winstrol tabs per day. I'd be like, Yeah, I mean, that's a conservative dose at a pro fucking Olympia level. Nothing crazy at all. But I can see that. Killer genetics, perfect fucking diet, trains like a goddamn animal, literally. I'm like, yeah, that's possible. I can see that. That's just somewhat believable. That's not what the fuck he said, though. So, yeah, I like Tom. He's inspirational. Uh, legs were absolutely insane, fucking awesome. But at the same time, cut the shit, man. If you're gonna fucking lie about stuff, or you're just your geezer ass fucking memory doesn't remember it, then just shut the fuck up because you look stupid and everybody in the know is just laughing at you. The only people that are like, oh, oh, really, Tom? That's all you did? That's all you did? Is 16-year-old Gymshark fucking retards that don't know goddamn any better. So if you want to impress them, then crack on, man. But personally, I only care about fucking people that matter, not fucking zeros that aren't even gonna be in the gym 5 years from now, anyways. So that is what it is, you know. Comes with the morning later, goddamn it.